Let's go!
Saw this from a tweet from Steven. Esteban. He was arguing with Simmons and some others about like reaction times and stuff like that. And I think this is a really fun conversation because we have tools in place that can directly assist with this. And I've been arguing this for a very long time. What is actually reaction? What is prediction? When you start throwing in several things into the mix, what are you actually reacting to, right? How the hell are all these unks getting checked by drive impact so much, my dude? What is with these 40-year-old Tekken players suddenly losing and not blocking a snake edge? What's happening? Great question. Chat, are you just so jaded and old? You've reached the age of 25. Everything is now falling apart on your physical coil and you're unable to react to anything? Maybe not exactly. Maybe these games are sort of designed in this way to work like this. Maybe it feels like that. I actually don't know if it's the case. So let's just bring up some context. Do your reactions suck? Or is it a lot of the games you're playing that is making you unable to react to some situations? Danny Maz has this clip, which I'll review. There's some harsh language in here to a certain degree, but it's okay. I'm going to bring this up and show you the example that he sort of made. Shout out to Danny for this edit. I think it's pretty funny.
Moves like this, is this move reactable to y'all? This move reactable? Be real. It's like, yeah, that shit is not fucking reactable. Everybody me now, huh? And y'all keep saying I'm unk. My reaction time is godlike. My reaction time is godlike. Y'all ass. Matter of fact, let me see something. Cause my reaction time is ass. I mean, good. My reaction time, I'm telling y'all right now. Wait for green. Watch this. Oh no. That's a good ass time. Let me try again.
Red light. Green light.
That was.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Chat, like, just to throw this out, 935 ms. One frame is 16 milliseconds approximately. All right. 160 is 10 frames. Okay. 320 is 20 frames. Double that. What is it? 680 is 40 frames. So yeah, we're getting to like close to 60 full frames. It's like an entire second of reaction. That is very slow. I like that he brings up this point right here. What is a decent reaction time? And in all honesty, I did not see this part. I saw this at the beginning of it. A decent reaction time is about 13 to 14 frames. It's like 210 ms, 230 ms, somewhere between 210 to 250 ms, anywhere between like 250-ish to 300. Still not bad. That's still like not a terrible reaction time.
Action type. What the fuck?
That's really fast, dude. Whoa, dude. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's really fast. You're probably guessing, right? I don't know if that's as much reaction or it's you just getting lucky with a guess. So let's just bring up this website. Hold on a second. Let's just like carbon date ourselves. When the red box turns green, click as quickly as you can. Click anywhere to start. All right, so here we go. Let's just lean in. And we're gonna wait for green. All right, so first try, almost under 200 ms. Damn, Unk still got it. So here's the thing, complete horseshit. Doesn't mean anything. This is as fast as your brain can process any kind of changing information, which is ridiculously fast, okay? What this means is like, all right, can I actually react to something within approximately 12 frames? No. Around 12 to 13 frames is on the actual cusp of human reaction. And most people will not be able to. As soon as you start to get from a 13 to a 14-ish, right around that area, actually starts to hit a visible, I saw a thing, I'm reacting to a thing, you know? Why is this important? Because a lot of the things that's happening in fighting games now is like 20 frames. 20 frames is 320 ms. So that's like pretty high. That's significantly more than what this is. Just a 20 frame move isn't just a 20 frame move. You have several things in a fighting game that sets you up for that situation where you're kind of expecting what could happen next, so you're sort of aware of it. This is effectively bullshit. Like, if you're really slow at this, most people are going to be relatively fast at this, but it doesn't really mean anything. It just means your brain is working. I'm very sorry to the dude's tweet that we just talked about. Reacting to one thing, that's pretty easy. But if you take this same reaction test right here, what if we added red, purple, blue, yellow, and green? But you can only press the button on green. How slow do you think that gets? Now your brain actually has to consciously make a decision and then execute said decision. Go, it was green. That starts to get close to like over 300, 350, somewhere around that area. You start to reach the 20 to 25 frame timing, like right around that area. Why is this important? What in fighting games is about 25 frames that for some reason, sometimes your brain just can't react to it? Drive Impact, I believe, unless it's changed, is right around 25 frames, which is why sometimes it's really hard to react to because your brain is just overloaded with information and you can't look out for red, purple, blue. Yeah, you have to concentrate it to two things, and it's much easier to wait for two things, you know? A Snake Edge is a big sweep launcher in Tekken, right? One of the most visibly identifiable lows in the entirety of the game. A Snake Edge is about like 25 or 26 on average from some characters. Maybe it's even 27, 28. So it's pretty heavy. But crazy enough, people even at the highest level at times will fall for Snake Edges. It's wild to see even in the highest level of competition in a game that overloads you with all of these things you have to look out for, like Tekken 8, suddenly a Snake Edge is kind of brutal. So you get hit by this mad, really slow, easy to identifiable, super punishable sweep. Why do I bring this up? Because we can actually test this with fighting games in real time. And we have to go back to a little game called Killer Instinct. So I'm gonna fire up KI really quick because this game actually offers a tool, excuse to fire up KI number 1678, for you to mess around with this. Because as I understand it, I think I have a good comprehension of the frame timing in this game. In Killer Instinct, there's a little tool called a combo breaker tutorial. And you can pick any character that you would like to combo break against. So let's just pick Fulgore, and we're going to train against a big gold Fulgore. Let's just train against Jago. We've been looking at Jago do auto doubles for the longest time, so we kind of know what they look like, right? Here's the thing in KI. We got three things we got to worry about. Only three things. We got a light auto double, a medium auto double, and a heavy auto double. Let's not really take into account counter breakers and stuff. Let's just worry about the three things. The first one is a light auto double. And a light auto double, as I understand it, is technically unreactable. It's so fast that you kind of have to predict it's gonna happen, but it gives you very low cash out. It doesn't do much damage. A light auto double is around 14-ish frames, which is on the cusp of reactability. And then you get to medium auto doubles, which I believe are about 20 frames. Reactable, but you have to be paying attention for it. And then you got heavies, which are about 25. Let's just jump into this and see how it goes. Okay, so we have to wait for specifically the auto double. All I'm going to do is I am going to try right now to wait for mediums and heavies. 20 to 25 frames. We just got two things we got to worry about. At least with Jago, each two things have two different animations, but I'm kind of familiar with it. So let's get the icons out of here. So to make it even easier, heavies. We're just looking for auto doubles, not linkers. That was a light. I could not. I couldn't be dared. Heavies, get out of here. Come here, you. Lights. Oh God, I was screwed. I can only look out for two. Heavies again. Let's get a medium in here. Give me a medium, you bum. He keeps doing lights or heavies. Come on. There's the mediums. So my batting average on breaking mediums and breaking heavies is like 100%. If I see a medium or heavy, my brain is so conditioned that a combo has started. We are waiting for something that is either 20 frames or 25-ish frames. And those are the mid to high level damage. The heavy ones are very reactable. The medium ones can kind of mix you up. But did you notice how I could not react to lights? Something that's like about 14 frames, or could I? Can I react to lights? All right, so there was two that just went by there. I wasn't ready. Nope. Wait for it. Oh, so I was off by one frame. I was off by one frame. Wait for it. Oh, no! Here's the thing, I used to be able to react to these. Oh! Nah, I broke the one after, that wasn't it. Okay. The toe tap I got. Oh, okay, the double jab, I almost had it. You see how I'm almost getting these? Damn! Caught me slipping. Wait for it. Got it. Unk still has it. Unk still has it. Unk lost it by a second or a frame. So I can look out for something that is about 14-ish frames, but I'm getting it like half of the time. So is that a reliable thing to try to react to? Not necessarily. Maybe in some ways you can enter a flow state and really get there and really condition the way some things look. But the character doing arguably a very similar move with a faster move throws you off so much. There's a different tweet that was in here that was a response to the first message. Ron the Tryhard, wonderful name. I said this before, this is really about mental stack. For instance, in Soul Calibur 6, a PC offline, you can react to Yoshimitsu doing like a full crouch 3K hell sweep, but only because he has to be in crouch state to do it. You know it is coming. You know it's eventually going to be there. There's one thing that can happen or a few things that can happen. You're sort of aware of it. And so the mental stack versus what he can do in crouching is much smaller. Similar in KI, we're kind of aware that a 14 frame move could be here. You can react to it. Compared that to Aswell and his 20 frame axe sweep, which he can do from anywhere, and the animation's ambiguous, unreactable even in the best conditions. And then Jerry of the River, who also has an ambiguous 20 framing low, where he twirls and stabs you in the foot, but he does so many twirling attacks on everything that it's nearly impossible to actually react to it. Yoshimitsu only has 3 crouching moves he gets when he does a twirl, and 2 of them are 20 frame lows, so a lot of this is preemptive. A lot of this is you having the ability to predict that something can happen within this time frame, and it really depends on what game you're playing and the situation. Sure, you feel like you reacted to something, but chances are like you just landed a really good read or a really good guess and that feels like a reaction. Killer Instinct taught me that, dude. It legit taught me that as a fighting game, that even in the moments where I felt like I could react to light auto doubles, I could not get them 100% of the time. I can get them maybe like 70 when I was really tuned into the game. And then breaking mediums and breaking heavies was really easy, but you have to eliminate breaking lights. I cannot make a 1/3 guess while guessing within like a quarter of a second. Under 250 MS, you're not making any actual reads and a thought process in your head to make the check. Oh, not that, it's this. Like that cannot happen that fast, dude. Like, and your hands can result with it. You're sort of anticipating things, right? The anticipation is one thing. Here's the problem. This is Tekken 8. So in neutral, on Oki, in any of these situations, the whole point of Tekken 8 is that you will not be able to account for everything, man. Similar to Street Fighter 6, how do these guys guess correct on their rock, paper, scissors so often? How do these people know when to block lows? How do these people know when to like react to things that normally aren't necessarily reactable? A lot of the times it's just boiling down your options. You know how like when you're playing cards or something like that, people that are really good at it, they're studying habits, they're studying patterns, they're studying how many cards are in play, how many times they used it. A lot of them are reads based on previous information and also what is on the table at the moment. All of that experience goes into a moment where you can't just react to lows, dude. You're not just reacting to 20 frame lows and stuff like that. No, you're making mostly educated guesses based on what is arguably the most viable solution. Not an option select. An option select is one thing that covers multiple things. That is a mechanical thing that covers your ass for multiple situations happening. This is more like modern Street Fighter and modern Tekken are specifically designed to make you have to not be able to react to everything. That's the way that they even the playing field between the highest level players and the average Joe Schmo that's just moving up to master. They make it so that no entire situation is fully controllable. And they do that by quite literally putting in a system where you have to make these really good educated guesses. And at the highest level, you become very good at making those guesses. You become very good at making those reads over time. And when a guess eventually leads to a positive result, it's a read. Anyway, I love this conversation. I love the fact that KI is the game that made me think about this more than anything. Back when the KI devs in season 2 were having a chat and when they were evaluating the gameplay as they took the game over from Double Helix to Iron Galaxy, and they said that light breakers aren't reactable. And I said, yeah, they are. And they're like, no, they're not. Like, here, let me try. So we just set up a thing manually where they would just press one of the 3 options. And yeah, I could hit the lights 90% of the time against a familiar character. But we ended up having a big conversation around it because there was a convo of did that need to change? It didn't, because ultimately, yeah, I can react to the lights, but it's not really a reaction. It's more of a prediction that this is going to happen because I'm eliminating the mediums and the heavies. Mediums and heavies are gone, dude. I'm not able to make that choice, which seemed fair. That seemed like, yeah, maybe that should be that way. Having like your average Joe Schmo say that I'm reacting to like a 13 frame overhead or something like that, probably not. But you're definitely aware that that situation is coming. So you're in that moment to have like a 200 ms reaction or some shit like that, and you're prepared and ready for that thing to happen. So don't feel super bad that sometimes you get blown up by drive impact or the 20 to 30 frame low in Tekken that's going to launch you. These games are quite literally designed in this way where you're going to be unable to absorb all of that information in a way where you can process the correct one and execute it at the right time. And I'm not even talking about online. I'm not even talking about the fact that we can add a couple more frames of caked in input delay for like rollback netcode and stuff like that.